I'm Adam Levin with Chuck Levin's Washington Music Center, and today we are proud to debut the Blackstar Department 10 pedals. And in front of us we have the dual drive, which is one in a series of three. Really cool pedals, a ton of power crammed into one tiny box. And the story behind Department 10 is actually kind of cool. The name Department 10 comes from the super top secret department that existed within the company that the developers of Blackstar actually were working in as they were kind of coming up with their ideas for Blackstar. Their code name for that project was Department 10, and that soon became Blackstar Amplification. And over the last several years, they've come out with some of the best tube amps, modeling amps, pedals, effects, all kinds of things, carrying the Blackstar moniker. And now we're here with kind of the culmination of all of that in the Department 10 pedals. So it's got a cab sim in it, which you can actually manage via USB, and it has their Architect software, which is a free download when you get the pedal, and it basically gives you tons of different cab configurations, mic placement, different mic models, different distance from the amp, different placement on the amp, and then also some room sound also, so you can really dial in exactly the sound you want this to be. So this pedal can be the front end to a cab, a virtual cab that you can kind of design, or you could come out that standard output and plug it into your normal amplifier, depending on how you want to run this thing.
Right, and with the cabs, you've got 3 presets that you set on the software, which are changeable with this switch right here.
And so you can load in, you can design the 3 that suit you best, and you can load them in, and then take this, unplug it from USB, take this thing with you, and it stores those cabs in the pedal.
Right. And another great thing is that if this is part of your pedal board and you're at a gig running into your tube amp and your tube amp fails for whatever reason, you could just go right out of the XLR output straight to the mixer.
And that's a pretty unique feature because on most pedals don't have an XLR output anyway, let alone a cab sim at this price point that has this many features to it, in addition to having that tube in there. I don't know about a tube, much of anything tube that has a DI out like that makes it pretty cool.
Right.
Let's talk about that tube for a second. So that ECC83 12AX7, that's a real tube running at 200 volts. Mm-hmm. So that's just like your normal tube amp voltage level. Mm-hmm. And you're getting that real analog front end, tube driven, tube saturation sort of stuff before you hit all these other features that this pedal's got going for it.
Right, so let's check out some sounds real quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
So on each channel, you've got 2 different modes. You've got, on channel 1, you've got clean and crunch. So let's just check out clean. You can use the clean as a boost to overdrive your tube amp as well. So let's check out this ISF knob here. So all the way left, we're on British. A little more crunchy. Then we'll change it over to American here. A nice smooth rounded. Got a nice powerful 3-band EQ. Right now it's kind of, at noon, it's kind of like a mid-rangey tube overdrive sound. I don't want to name any names, but for a little more transparent sound, you might roll off the mids, boost the treble. Let's check out channel 2. So here we are on the overdrive sound. Let's crank it up. Switch around some cabs here so you can hear. So we've got 3 different cab settings so you can change it on the go, which I think this is the only standalone pedals that's got that switch. It's kind of like a snapshot of your cabs, accessible very quickly using that switch. Yeah, sounds great. Let's take out the crunch on this channel. Back off the gain a little bit. Boost the mids. Sounds great.
Awesome. Sheffy, that was awesome.
Thanks.
Blackstar Department 10 pedals will be available this October at Chuck Levin's Washington Music Center, chucklevins.com. Call us, text us. We got it for you. If you have any questions, just let us know. We'll see you around.